And today I want to share something very personal and close to my heart. For years, I struggled with overweight and diabetes. But my journey took a transformative turn when I discovered about the power of plant-based diet. So today, I'll share my story and explain how a plant-based diet can help with weight management and overall health. So let's get started. This is May, weighing 117 pounds. That puts my BMI at 23.6. And I know that as a doctor, being overweight and diabetic as well, these two are perfect combination for me to develop premature cardiovascular disease and metabolic chronic conditions. But fast forward to today, I am 20 pounds lighter and my diabetes is gone. That means I've also reduced my risk for heart attack, for stroke, for blindness, for kidney failure, etc. Those are all predictable complications. The key to my transformation? It's a plant-based diet and a healthy lifestyle change. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Small, consistent changes can lead to big results over time. So, how exactly does a plant-based diet help with weight management? Here are the main reasons. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Adelita. I'm an internal medicine and lifestyle medicine doctor. And today I want to share something very personal and close to my heart that I hope will be helpful for many of you. For years, I struggled with overweight and diabetes. I felt like I was trapped in a never-ending cycle and didn't know how to escape. But my journey took a transformative turn when I discovered about the power of plant-based diet. So today, I'll share my story and explain how a plant-based diet can help with weight management and overall health. So let's get started. I want to take you back a few years ago. This is me, weighing 117 pounds. That puts my BMI at 23.6. And since I'm an Asian, a BMI or body mass index of 23 and above is already overweight. So yes, I was overweight. And I was also diabetic. I was constantly tired. My blood sugar were out of control. And I felt hopeless. If I didn't make serious changes, my health would continue to decline. And I know that as a doctor, being overweight and diabetic as well, these two are perfect combination for me to develop premature cardiovascular disease and metabolic chronic conditions. Although I did not know then what to do, I was only 37 years old and a doctor and growing my practice, but I was also already a patient. I didn't know what to do then, but I can clearly remember what I don't want to happen. I personally don't like the idea of relying on medications, hanging my hopes on medications, and I refuse to accept the fact that I'm getting sick. To me, that was not acceptable. I have so many plans for my life. I was raising two adorable twin boys at that time. I cannot allow myself to be chronically ill. And as a doctor, I know that the moment you're diagnosed with a chronic illness, it's just the beginning of going through a downward spiral. And I refuse to accept that I'm at that point. But fast forward to today, I am 20 pounds lighter and my diabetes is gone. That means I've also reduced my risk for heart attack, for stroke, for blindness, for kidney failure, etc. You want to Google the complications of diabetes? Go ahead. Those are all predictable complications. And I've saved myself from that. The key to my transformation? It's a plant-based diet and a healthy lifestyle change. But before I dive into how this diet helped me with my weight management, let me explain what a plant-based diet is. It's specifically a whole food plant-based diet. This is not the same, not exactly the same as a vegan diet. So when I say plant-based diet, I'm talking about the whole food plant-based diet. What is that? A plant-based diet focuses on foods derived from plants in its whole natural form, including vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and fruits. It excludes, obviously, animal products such as meat, animal seafoods, dairy, and eggs. When I say meat, any meat that is derived from an animal, right? By land or by sea, by air. And it doesn't matter if it's a white lean meat, that's still meat. So a whole food plant-based diet excludes any meat, milk, dairy, and eggs. Now, a whole food plant-based diet also avoids, if not limit, processed foods. And even if they're plant-based, if that's still a process, if it comes in a package or packed or in a can or in a jar, whatever, it's not in a whole natural form, that's still a processed food. So in a whole food plant-based diet, we try to limit that. Okay, if we cannot avoid it, limit the processed plant-based foods. And we are, in a whole food plant-based diet, we are also looking at meticulously limiting oil, sugar, and salt. Now, by doing this elimination and addition at the same time of these different food groups, what we're doing is trying to nutritionally dense our food in order to nourish our body with the elements that can help it heal. If you want to know more about this, I have videos and blogs. I will attach the link in the description, but you can, freely or welcome to visit my website, www.theplanetolita.com. I've got tons of articles there and videos and podcasts that talks about this. Okay. So, how exactly does a plant-based diet help with weight management? Here are the main reasons. Now, I tell you, I decided I want to talk about this because if you are still on the fence of transitioning to a plant-based diet, you want to be convinced. You want to be sure that your efforts will not just go to waste. And that's what I did. Before I jumped into a plant-based diet, I had to answer all the questions in my mind, make sure I'm not just wasting my time and my effort, right? So how exactly does a plant-based diet help with weight management? That was my question before. And the answers are easy to understand. I have 5 here. So the first reason is that plant-based diets, whole food plant-based diets, are low in calories. So they're generally low in calorie density compared to animal products. This means that you can eat larger portions of plant-based foods without consuming too many calories. For example, if you have a large salad with a variety of vegetables, beans, and nuts and fruits in it, you can fill up your gut, satisfy your hunger without breaking your calorie bank. Now, another reason why plant-based diet can make you lose weight is high fiber. Fiber is your friend when it comes to weight management, and fiber can only be obtained from plants. Now, it helps you feel full and satisfied, therefore reducing your overall calorie intake. And you will notice this. You know when your diet is high in calorie. How? You are not snacking in between meals. That's what I experienced in the first few weeks of the change, and I loved it. When you're not snacking unnecessarily, then you're not dumping extra calories, right? And there's nothing to store if you have no extra. And that's what I love with plant-based diet, because no matter how much I eat in volume, I feel so full, and yet my weighing scale is telling me, showing me exactly what I want to see. Now, most plant-based diets, plant-based foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and they are high in fiber. So you better want to get your fiber from these natural sources rather than from fiber powder that your doctor might prescribe to you for constipation. And I think you know what I'm talking about, right? It's over the counter in a pharmacy. You have fiber powder there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fiber in natural whole food plant-based foods. Okay? Now, the third reason why plant-based foods can help you really lose weight is that it's nutrient dense. Yeah, it's not calorie dense, but it's nutrient dense. It's packed with all the micronutrients and the macronutrients that your body needs. Not to mention the antioxidants, the phytochemicals, right? While relatively being low in calories. You cannot grow fatter with extra iron, with extra magnesium, potassium, right? And the antioxidants, you can't grow fat with that. You can grow fat with extra saturated fat, cholesterol, excess protein, which are very high in meat products. Now, when you are nutrient dense, when your body is bathed with a lot of nutrients that it needs, it decreases your chance of unnecessary snacking. And when you're not snacking, again, you have just excused yourself from putting extra weight into your body. The fourth reason for plant-based to make you lose weight is it improves insulin sensitivity. A plant-based diet can improve your insulin sensitivity, which is particularly beneficial for those with diabetes. And better insulin sensitivity helps your body use glucose or sugar more efficiently, reducing fat storage and aiding weight loss. Amazing, right? Now, the fifth reason for plant-based diet to make you lose weight is that plant-based diet reduce the risk of overeating. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times in this video now, that because plant-based are high in fiber, you're full until your next meal. Therefore, you are not resisting, you are not fighting over cravings or over unnecessary snacking because you're still full. And so, because you're not overeating and you're full, because you're full, this reduces the likelihood of unnecessary mindless eating or snacking. And mind you, my friends, if you are snacking, have you noticed that the food choice your choice of what food to snack on your choices are generally inclined into the unhealthy foods, like snacking on high saturated fat, high sugar, and high salt, right? Because these are mostly your comfort foods that you're snacking on. So when you can eliminate the snacking, the hunger, because you're full with with the plant-based foods, then you just give yourself a big, big favor. So those are the 5 main reasons why a plant-based diet can make you lose weight. Now, here are my personal tips that help me succeed on my plant-based journey. Tips. Tip number 1, start slowly. Remember, this is not a competition. This is not a competition. The one who wins is not the one who gets there fast. The one who wins is the one who can sustain a healthy diet. Transition gradually. If you're the kind of person who takes time, then respect it. And make sure you have a solid plan though. Okay? I started with meatless Monday and slowly increased my plant-based meals from there because I had a solid plan. All right? Now, tip number 2, find your favorites. Experiment with different recipes and find plant-based meals that you love. For me, it was a delicious tofu scramble because I love scrambled eggs, especially in the morning. So I found an alternative. It's scrambled tofu. And I also love soup. So I looked for vegetable soups. So I think you might be better off when you start from what are my favorites and then think of how can I swap this animal-based ingredients into plant-based ingredients. Start there. The third tip, stay educated. You will forever be a student. Myself, and I continue to learn. I think that when you have that kind of mentality, you will avoid from staying on, plateauing on the benefits of a plant-based. Instead, when you keep learning, you keep acquiring new skills and new knowledge, and you apply it. That is the secret for successful lifestyle changers. So stay educated, read up plant-based nutrition to ensure you are getting all the necessary nutrients. Okay? If you're not sure about what you're doing, go get a health coach. Follow someone, right? Acquire the skills of the person. Be coach, because that can get you faster, eliminating the errors, unnecessary errors that can hinder your progress. Books and reputable websites can be very helpful. I do have a website and I hope that you're taking advantage of that. Also, my 4th tip, join a community. This is very crucial. Support is crucial. If you're not getting it from your family or your friends, don't forget, you don't need to establish a bloodline of people who can help you, but just somebody who has been in that mess that you're in, who had struggled before to adopt a plant-based diet and now succeeding. Go ahead, touch base with that person and find a community that is going to support you, either online or locally, or anybody that can share you tips on a plant-based diet and simple encouragement will go a long way. Number 5, my 5th tip is meal prepping. So plan and prep, PP, plan and prep. Meal prepping, and it was a game changer for me. Having healthy meals already helped me stick on a plant-based diet, stay on track, even on my busy days. Okay? Now, those tips I'm still using even to this day, and continue to refine it, and believe that there is no limit to continually improving your own personal strategy. And that's just the kind of mindset that I try to adopt for my own journey. Now, I know that there are many concerns and misconceptions about a plant-based diet. I can read your mind. So let's address a few, okay? first concern of people who are told that plant-based diet, is a healthy diet. The one main concern they have is that they can get protein deficient. So protein intake. Many people worry about getting enough protein on a plant-based diet. That is not true. The truth is that there are plenty of plant-based protein sources without the cholesterol, without the fat, like beans, like lentils, tofu, quinoa, right? Nuts, even oats, like oatmeal. Oats and green leafy vegetables have protein. Now, as far as protein deficiency is concerned, please remember that as long as you're eating a wide variety of vegetables and fruits, or any plant-based source, but it's a wide variety, you're not just eating potato all the time, you're eating a wide variety of plant foods, you're never going to go protein deficient. Okay? Second concern of people who about a plant-based diet, nutrient deficiencies. With careful planning, a plant-based diet can provide all the essential nutrients, and I've talked about that earlier. However, you might need supplements for vitamin B12 and vitamin D, depending on your individual needs. So make sure that those levels, vitamin B and B12 and vitamin D, are measured, and your doctor can recommend you the right dose and how much to take. Third concern of people about plant-based diet, taste and satisfaction. Some fear that a plant-based diets are bland and unsatisfying. I can assure you, plant-based meals can be incredibly delicious and satisfying. It's all about experimenting with spices, with herbs, and new ingredients, and the willingness to do it. All right. Now, transitioning to a plant-based diet has been a life-changing journey for me. And I'm still on to this journey and hope to harvest more benefits from it and it's just a matter of time. So I want to stay consistent so that I keep gaining the benefits. This has helped me tremendously in reversing my diabetes and losing the weight so easily. I truly believe that it can help you also as well. And if you need guidance, if you need motivation, I'm here to help. Comment guidance and I'll send you an invitation link to my free consultation. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Small, consistent changes can lead to big results over time. If you have any questions or need more tips or just want to hang around, drop them in the comments below. If there's any topic that you want me to talk about, I'd be happy to do that, to do an episode about it. Just comment in the section below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more health tips and inspiration. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.